10 as the Leigh Leopards supporters, the Be the Roar Brigade, descend on Perpignan in record numbers and come away with the win. It's back-to-back wins now against the Catalan Dragons for the Leigh Leopards, and they've kept them to 4 points in 2 games. That's mightily impressive. And why is that? Well, quite frankly, if the Catalan Dragons were a knife in Gordon Ramsay's kitchen, let me tell you now, they couldn't cut a tomato. No, incredibly blunt in attack. That's the bottom line. If you look at the stats other than the scoreboard, it all points to a Catalan win. It really does. The bottom line is they've got no answers in the attacking third. They really haven't. They're so poor at the moment. It is untrue. Jordan Abdul, we said he could be a potential game breaker, drop for this game. And what's the answer on the field for the Catalan Dragons in Theo Farge? No, I mean, Theo Farge for me, sorry, I keep going back to Theo Farge. Who would have picked first, Farge or Abdul? Got to be Abdul this season. I don't see what Farge is doing, quite frankly. That's just my personal, humble opinion. It was a shocking display from the Catalan Dragons. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a battle of attrition down the middle, but they've just got no punching power. None at all. And that was to the benefit of the Leigh Leopards. Let's be crystal clear about that. And hopefully the most partisan of the Be the Roar Brigade would agree that, let's be fair, had they come up against the Catalan Dragons from earlier in the season, perhaps this game would have been closer. Maybe they might not have come away with the win. But you've got to give credit to the Leigh Leopards. Over they go there, record numbers, massive. I mean, the atmosphere kept cutting to them. They were having a great time over there. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I hope you enjoyed the sunshine. Brilliant to see you supporting your team with so much passion and vigour. But yeah, bottom line is it was one try, and thankfully it comes from the master, the man himself, the man we're all going to miss watching. Let's be crystal clear about that. What a player Tom Amone is. He is electric. He's outstanding. I mean, they were saying on Sky, is there a better prop forward in Super League? Absolutely not. I think Adrian Lamb said that at full time. And no, I agree with you. It's Tom Amone and then the rest. Let's be clear. Got his first try of the season in this one. He had a wow of a game. Brilliant to see. Oh, yes. Incredible. And when you consider the punch, we said as part of the Game of the Week coverage when we were building up to this game, there was no doubt that the balance of power in the pack was with the Catalan Dragons going into the game. But Chris Satai was nullified in this one. I mean, he came on, he was forced into errors. They were all over him. Tom Amone came out better in that one. You know, it was a real battle between them two, we felt, and there was no comparison between Amone and Satai on the day. He was outstanding, was Tom Amone. Satai very much off colour. You look at all of the front line of the Catalan Dragons, not many of them, in fact, none of them, with the exception of Garcia, getting over 100 metres. I thought, you know, yet again, you know what you're going to get, don't you, with Ben Garcia? Quality player. But yeah, it was just not good enough from Catalan Dragons. And what I'm going to do now is just going to bask in the glory for a moment of Leigh Leopards. They're right now back in it. Let's be crystal clear about that. The Leigh Leopards are going nowhere. And I saw on the feed for our WhatsApp group as part of the membership, people say Warrington aren't out of this yet. You're quite right. I mean, you look at Leeds, they're on 14 points. Warrington's only on 18. I think, at the moment it looks as though Wheeling Saints we know are going to be in the playoff position. I think KR are in the groove, and I think you look at the way they're playing this season, you'd expect KR to be there. But after that, Warrington, Salford, Catalan, Leeds, and I would say the Leigh Leopards, I'm sorry, Huddersfield Giants fans, I know that you're in touching distance. You've actually got a point more than Leigh, but I'm not seeing anything. I'm really not. I just don't see how you are going to find your way into the playoff positions. I think Rowan Smith will be jettisoned out of Leeds, if not this week, very, very soon. And if Paul Rowley, and I do believe it will be Rowley that goes in, I've got no doubt about that. If Paul Rowley goes into Leeds, will he have the same effect that Rowan Smith had on his first season? Will he galvanise them to the point that they find a way into the playoffs? That's going to be interesting. But Leigh Leopards will not be giving up hope. It's a massive game that now, a huge game at Headingley next week. Because if they win that, they're a point behind Leeds, and all of a sudden Leigh Leopards are right back in the groove. There's no question in my mind with regard to that, and I'm sure you agree with me as well. As far as you Be the Roarers out there are concerned, let's look at the key battles in round number 15 that are on the horizon. The teams that you are trying to chase down. You have got the Leeds Rhinos in your hands. Let's be crystal clear on that. Now, Huddersfield Giants go to Catalan. Now, we know Huddersfield have got a great record in Perpignan, but you'd have to look at that and say one of those two teams are going to lose 2 points. Salford Red Devils are playing the Saints, and let's be fair, Warrington Wolves fans cannot go to the MKM Stadium and think it's a shoo-in based on what they've done to Leeds this week. So it could be another great week for the Leeds Rhinos next week if they can dispatch the Leeds Rhinos. So great week for the Leigh Leopards if they dispatch the Leeds Rhinos, because I think a lot of the teams around them, the ones that they're chasing, a lot of them are going to be missing some points, which again is going to tighten up even more for Leigh to have that late surge. But let's be fair, their squad is capable of doing. Right, who are we giving the 3-2-1 to in this game? Well, look, the bottom line is, in a game like this where it's 10-2, it's always going to be about the grit down the middle. Tom Amone was man of the match. I completely agree. What he did was outstanding. He was a man mountain in this one. Brilliant try. 35 tackles in D. Excuse me. 5 tackle busts. Not 16. He got 16 carries, 114 meters. He even got a clean break in there. I mean, what's all that about? Incredible stuff from Tom Amone. I've even got a frog on my throat. And I'm talking about France. So let's go out and have a frog's leg, say all you bidderboys over there. Excuse me. There you go. I'm trying my best to stay on track for you. Woohoo! Anyway, 2 points. Who am I going to give them to? Kai O'Donnell, another player that the Leigh Leopards are going to miss next year. Both sides of the ball, left edge. Brilliant. 37 tackles in this, 11 carries for 73 metres, did a couple of tackle balls, but he was not found wanting at all on the left edge. And also in the second row, Frankie Holton. I thought Frankie Holton had a great game as well. Those 3 players for me on the day, absolutely superb. The two second rowers, O'Donnell and Holton, and of course Tom Amone in the front. I'm going to give a big shout out and a big rap to those 3 players. I thought they made the difference. I thought Hardacre, back to his normal position at centre, had a really good game as well. He got 109 metres from 17 carries, did really, really well. I thought O'Brien was assured at fullback, sorry, not at fullback, at standoff. I thought he had a decent game as well. Moylan was Moylan. Lamb, not as much in this game, if I'm being perfectly honest. And I also think that Hanley had a good game. You know, in all the gritty type of stuff that Yamala Hanley does, and 108 metres from him, really good effort from Yamala Hanley. But they're the 3-2-1. Leigh Leopards, congratulations, guys. You are now very much right back in it for a top 6 place. These are the games now that you need to start winning, and you're winning them. You've took 2 points off Catalan. Now it's Leeds next for you. You take 2 off them. You're going to the international break, having a little rest, knowing that for me, quite frankly, based on what we know you're capable of, I think the playoffs is still in your hands as opposed to the teams around you. I think there's enough in your team between now and the end of the season to do what is required yourself to put it all in your hands and to be in the playoffs. I don't think it matters what other teams do. I think it matters what you do. And I think you're doing a really, really good job. The Catalan Dragons 2, Leigh Leopards 10. The Be the Roarers, delighted in the south of France. Enjoy the Reno, guys. We'll see you for the final in the sheds tomorrow. St. Helens, of course, travelling to the London Broncos. Game kicks off at 3 on a Sunday. Make sure you watch it.